Hey, shalom, y'all. Shalom. It's your boy, it's your Ak, Michael Israel. Getting everything up and running here, man. Let me make sure my feed's up and going. But I got some alright, let me get everything up and going here. But shalom, y'all. Michael Israel. Heading back from the Great Gathering Hebrew Conference, which was amazing. As usual, it was a great gathering for sure. Sister Koya said historical, and it was. And if y'all bear with me, I just want to make sure the feed's up and going, and I want to make sure the sound's okay, and then we'll press on. Oh, let's see. Okay, so we good. So yeah, coming back from Fort Lauderdale. Alright. Let me, there we go. Alright, yeah, on my way back from Fort Lauderdale, Great Gathering Hebrew Conference, it was amazing. I got a ton of footage of the event, and it was a historical event. I really enjoyed it. I got to meet some brothers and just got a realization of what's really going on, man, in the Hebrew community. And it's just exciting what's coming. It's like you can really see what's going on in the community, where this is going. Just to be around, you know, Ron Dalton, Badadiah, Hidden Hebrews, Ron Shields, you know, Quinte. And like, for somebody like me, like, I'm not that scholarly and educated on like them. Like these brothers, they like, I'm a mechanic. You see what I'm saying? I got mechanical skills, and my mechanical skills are off the chart. I can fix anything from a computer to a car to a plane. But when it comes to retaining academic knowledge, you know, I'm not there. I don't have those skills.
All those guys were the same.
But those dudes just amaze me, man. They like athletes when it comes to retaining knowledge and studying and searching this information out. And I mean, to hear them talk, and when I say to hear them talk behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get this thing to focus. Technology glitch. But anyway, to hear these brothers, we had different people coming to them, asking them questions, and I was like, man, I wouldn't ask anybody a question like that. It seemed like they were trying to put them on the spot or something. And these brothers would answer it in detail, and I was just like, I was blown away. It was like, man, it's like, do they have brains or computers up in there? Because I mean, they would just, you know, so like Aquite, it's like I called them the dream team, because Aquite, anything Ron brings out with DNA or anything Ron Dalton has studied, or anything that Badadiah has researched, or anything that Ron Shields has researched, Aquite backs it up through real life experience. Through real life, he's grew up in the culture. So it was like, man, you could get your best Jewish scholar, you could get your best Christian apologist in the world, you ain't touching that dream team. It's gonna be just like the Olympics when they send Jordan and all them over there. These brothers gonna be up there just having fun playing with y'all, destroying you. And I'm telling you, the best analogy I could give to the level that these brothers was on is, I gotta call them the dream team, man. And you know, it'd be scary and it'd be embarrassing for somebody to send their best Jewish scholar or their best whoever out there to go up against these brothers, because I mean, they were just so it was just a whole weekend of hearing people just throw all types of questions at them, and they just, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. I was like, wow, you know, it was amazing. And you could see the looks on the people's faces, because there were people there who they came out to the event and they really didn't know who they were. And when they began hearing that information come out, you know, and the thing is, once this information gets dispersed and it really begins to hit the mainstream, it's gonna be a game changer, man. It's gonna shut everything down, man. But the other thing I want to say, it was a very busy weekend for me, because I spent a lot of time getting footage, getting B-roll footage, getting drone footage, getting professional documentary footage for the Hebrew community. So I spent a lot of time doing that. Me and Sister Koya. Hey, say shalom, Koya.
Shalom, loves.
She my wife slash driver slash assistant slash honey badger, honey pot, whatever you want to call her, feel good thing, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, we were busy from early this morning. We were running around because we had to get to Miami. We shot a whole bunch of footage of Miami, of the city, a little bit of South Beach, but South Beach is just it looked like Sodom and Gomorrah out there. So we didn't get too much out there. But we spent the morning just getting all that, and then we had to get on the highway so we get back to Jacksonville. And shout out to my Jacksonville congregation who came down with us. And I know I was running around and on the go from dusk till dawn, and so I really didn't get a chance to really spend time like I thought I was with them, because again, I was running around just trying to record, get interviews, all that. And it's like when brothers like this come together, you really got to capitalize on it. You can't drag your feet. So I had to strike while the iron was hot. So I definitely appreciate them, that my Jacksonville congregation, for the brothers who did come down, the brothers and sisters, the families who came down with us, and the ones who stayed in Jacksonville, helped out my man Sean McGee. Shout out to my ox Sean McGee. And I saw him out there supporting the homeless. He partnered up with the brothers and sisters from Boom, and they were out there coming together, feeding the homeless, doing their thing. Shout out to them. It's like, because me and Ron Shields were talking, man, and shout outs to my man Ron Shields. It was awesome meeting him and just really hearing that brother, because they were throwing questions at Ron, and Ron was giving them, Ron would give them answers until they were like, okay, that's as deep as I want, you know. He was like, all these brothers was answering people's questions completely.
A lot of question and answer.
Yeah, a lot of questions and answers, you know. And like for me, because I could discern people's spirits, and I was watching the people, and I could see that they were like, wow, these dudes is no joke. Like these are Hebrew scholars right here, man, you know. And I just stayed my butt in the background and documented. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not, you know, and I was learning too, man. So it was awesome out there for sure, man. It was awesome. All right, so yeah, man. But yeah, shout out to the Jacksonville congregation. And like I said, I apologize, but like I said, I'm so busy. Like when I go on these trips, I already know it's gonna be work. You know, I already know it's gonna be a lot of work. And I knew this one was one of the. I'm gonna say this is one of the most important trips, conferences, whatever you want to call it, I've been on, because there were some important connections made. And man, I'm telling you, this thing is about to shift into another gear. It's getting ready to shift into it's getting ready to go to another level with some of the stuff I saw. And you'll see, because I'm gonna put a video out recapping all this. But one of the big things I want to do, or somehow I definitely want to acknowledge, is Pastor Johnson, man. What an awesome brother. Just to get there, meet him, really feel him out, and see what he's really about. A good brother, gonna make big things happen, and just a good spirit, and a lot I can learn from this brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's just because when I was there, you know, when I'm at a conference or something like that, I'm not the type of person, I can't sit very long. I got to be shaking, moving, doing something, helping. I was helping out with the sound, audio, and all that. And that's just the service spirit I have, because what Pastor Johnson don't realize is just watching him, talking to him, watching how he operates, listening to some of the stuff he says. It's just, I've learned so much just doing that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of brothers I've ran into in the short term here that I look up to as my big Hebrew brothers. They big brothers to me in this walk. And I watch them, and I learn from them, and I watch what they do, because and Pastor Johnson's definitely one of them, man. I just watch how he operates. It's good to know I got somebody I could go to if I got questions and all that, man. So you're gonna see a lot of stuff going on with me and him. I told him any way I could support him, I will. Shout outs to my kitty kids. You see, the singers, y'all see the video coming out soon. Passed out with the sun hat on. Gone. But shout outs to them, man. They did a great job. They got up there in front of the whole congregation and sing Shema Israel. You know, Daddy was proud. You know what I'm saying? Said they came from my loins. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, so yeah, man, I was very proud. I'll put that video out too, you know. But yeah, man, it was very exciting, man. Linked up with a lot of people. Shout outs to my man, what was the singer's name, man, that did that performance? Shout outs to my man L. Shout out to L. L got up there, did his praise and worship, and then people were like, hey man, I want him to perform here. I want him to do music for this. I want that, this, that, boom, 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 boom. It's like, yeah, man. So shout out to my L. What's the name of the brother who...
his name was Michael Norman.
Yeah.
But I don't remember his
Hey man, Michael Norman's had me ready to go to war. And man, y'all go to Pastor Johnson's YouTube and watch that praise and worship, man. My dude Pastor Norman, man, he on that soldier. You know, anything military, anything warfare, I'm with it. And that's how that was that's his mindset. You know, he was on stage marching, fighting, you know, boxing.
And he was 57.
dude 57 look like he ain't, it looked like he 37. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I'm gonna have to show this dude some respect because he older than me. I thought for sure he was younger. I was like, man, I gotta get in the gym or something. And this brother got a heavy testimony. He's gonna be on the show here soon. And yes, sis, I got the Light magazine. What's the name of the sister's magazine? Because if we get home in time, I'm gonna bring you on this evening. We're trying to be home at, it's gonna be 8. So yeah, if we get home in time, I'll get you on there, sis. If not, don't think I forgot about you. It's just, it's like when I go on these, a lot of people, when they go on the conferences, they go and enjoy the conference. Me, I already know my work is gonna multiply because I got a lot of stuff I got to do when I go on these things. So but yeah, it was definitely awesome. Yeah, Galtrell McKinney, he put, everyone is doing their part as the Most High. Exactly, man. Everybody is as the Most High commanded. And that was something that me and the brothers there talked about, and that I definitely realized is, and a lot of people are beginning to wake up to this. And brother, I'm glad you put that comment in there because it reminded me about something important I got to talk about here right now. The parts of the body, okay? In Israel, there's a lot of people who can't see the parts of the body. A lot of people think that their organization or whatever they're doing is the whole body. And what's going to happen is they're going to realize that that's not the case. They're going to realize they might be a part of the body or a larger part of the body, but they're not the whole body. I saw firsthand there's multiple parts of this body. There's tough parts of this body. There's real soft, gentle parts of this body. There's real analytical, brainy parts of the body. And there's parts of the body like me. I'm like fingers or something on there. You know what I'm saying? And everything in between. And people, that's something that I saw at this conference. Like if you looked at the conference, you'd have seen Pastor Johnson walking around, and the closed-minded Hebrews would have been like, oh, why he wearing a suit? Oh, he one of them stinking Christian, dirty Christian pastors. You know, that's what they would have been thinking. But then they would have seen, hold on, let me get this to focus. Okay. Then they would have seen the Hebrew camp that came up. 20 to 30 people deep that came up. And then they would have seen Pastor Johnson come out, offer them water to drink, be hospitable to the brothers, let them go in, watch Ron's movie, and just welcome them in with open arms. Then, and how the brothers from, I think it was the Light of Zion or the Lions of Zion, that camp down there, shout outs to them. How they came, they were there to support us, help us out with anything we needed. It was just brotherhood. It's how this thing looks. It wasn't nobody like, oh no, they a dirty, stinking camp and all this. Nah. And they were out there, they were asking Ron and Badadiah questions. I got this all documented. I'm gonna play it all here soon. But it was just an awesome experience, man. And it was a glimpse of what's right around the corner. And, you know, to those people who, you know, they're not open, you know, they're not feeling that, you're going to have to soon. Because pretty soon, you're going to be forced to buy from your brothers and sisters. You're going to be forced to deal with your brothers and sisters because these other nations don't like us. Me and Sister Koya, we drove through South Beach, and when we got near the end, we were in like Jewish town. They had what that stuff say, Koya? Jewish teaching center. It had the modern Hebrew on there and all that stuff. They had it on lock. You know what I'm saying? The money out there was sick. You talking about they got some type of saying about glass houses. Dude literally had a glass house on the water. Disgusting displays of wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like, the mugs had yachts like they were canoes. Everywhere. Man, it's like, and they could care less about giving you a nickel. Okay? So, what we're doing is, that's why I started the Brew Link, and y'all need to check that out. It's a Hebrew Israelite directory. It's called thebrewlink.com. That's why I started it, so that we stop spending our money in areas where we don't need to. You see what I'm saying? Where you're spending your money with these other nations, buying Posner's hair grease. You could get some of Sharika's hair grease, you know, from Red Rose Naturals. Where you buying Lipton iced tea, you could get some of Koya Israel's tea at Table Origins. You get some of her tea. You buying bow and arrows from Bass Pro or whatever the hell that place is called. You could go where the brother, he's on the Brew Link. He makes bow and arrows and everything in between. There was a brother on there, he stood up and asked a question. He was like, hey man, I'm a plumber. He's like, how can I offer these services to our nation? We told him, get on there, get registered. And I also told him, hey, look, we're going to have a conference where we would need you to teach brothers basic plumbing and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, man, it's going down, man. We got to, what the Most High is doing, he's patient. For those of us who aren't super hard-headed, you're going to wake up, you're going to be like, you know what Mike just said makes sense. But fast forward, in a couple months, maybe in a year, he's going to force the hard-headed ones to buy from their brothers and deal with their brothers. Because these other people going to just rob you and rip you off and not want to do nothing for you or sell you something. It's going to be poison. So it's going down, man. It's facts, man. It's going down. So, yeah, man. But, yeah, let me see what y'all, all right. So, shalom. Let me say shalom to y'all on here watching. Shalom, the will of the Most High. You said, are you planning to go to New Orleans for... Okay, and that's the other thing. We getting ready to head out for the Passover in New Orleans in a couple days. So what I'm going to do the next 2 days is just rest up real good. Because I know they're going to work me like a rented mule out there on that thing. And I'm going to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind it. But I need to get rested up. But yes, I'm going to be out there at the New Orleans Passover. If you see me out there, definitely holler at me, man. I love talking to everybody. I'm going to try not to have my angry Negro face on. I'm going to try not to be walking around like, I try to walk around with a Kool-Aid grin on. And I think I'm pretty good at doing that because, you know, I like chopping it up with my brews out there. If you got something you want to pitch at me or throw at me to, hey, this will benefit the nation, man, let me know. Because I'm about this kingdom. All right, Shalom, Chris Wiggins. You put the same issues about the different parts of the body has been on my spirit all day since I woke up. I've been noticing, too, the same conclusion and noticing the same thing you've talked about right now. Yep. We might have hunters and healers in the body. With the kind of money, I'd be building villages, sanctuaries for the people. Yep. Yeah, man, and I'm telling you, man, if you're some type of contractor, you know how to do concrete, masonry, any of that stuff, man, go on the Brew Link and get registered on there. It's all free. And there's already almost 200 people on there, man. Get on there and I'll reach out to you, man. We will do a house building conference. You know what I'm saying? Get on there, okay? All right, let me go back over. Yeah, so. Yeah, shalom, Aliyah, good to see you in there. Shalom, Miss Mashat. Hey, let me know when you got the video up, man, for the video show, the music video show. Let me know what I need to do. But yeah, man, it was an awesome conference, man. Again, I'll be putting the footage out here real soon. Be doing a show. I'll let y'all see all the stuff that went on down there. Might do it either tonight or tomorrow. I know I got to interview the sister with the magazine, so because she just emailed me. But yeah, man, it was an awesome conference, man. Really woke me up to a lot of things, to the need that, to the fact that, you know, we all need each other, even though we don't think we do, you know. And it was like, I'm gonna be honest, man, when them brothers came up from the Light of Zion, because there were a bunch of down the street from where we were having our conference at, you know, there were a bunch of, you know, you seen a bunch of thug dudes down there or whatever out there. But man, when the Light of Zion rolled up, man, and what was their name, Corey? The Lions of Zion?
I didn't meet them.
Okay, man. Wish I remember their name.
They had on those garments were sharp.
And the garments were on point. The garments was on point. But yeah, when they rolled up, man, you felt more secure, man, because they, you know, just that presence and the uniformity they had in the order. People see that, and they gonna think twice about anything, because they're like, man, we know they operate as one. And you could just see it. So shout outs to them, man. But yeah, it was an awesome conference. Again, all my Jacksonville congregation. Like I said, I was real busy. This is, and for any of y'all, I know, because I got to, when I get off this, and when the kids wake up and all that, we are going to get something to eat. And after that, I got to make phone calls for the next 5 hours all the way up to Jacksonville and all that. and with counseling, connections, and all this other stuff. So, but appreciate y'all being patient with me in my busy season. Look forward to fellowshipping. For those of y'all over in Tampa, we are working. We're going to hit y'all next. We're working on putting together a Shabbat there. We already got boots on the ground in Tampa who going to help us structure it and put all that together. We also working, we're getting our brothers and sisters trained up with weapons safety training courses, self-defense. It's a self-defense / weapon safety training / security course, that, or conference, or whatever you want to call it, that I've put together. I'm not marketing it real hard out there. If you want to partake in the course, you need to contact your leader, one of your leaders, and he will set it up with me, and y'all can, and we have to do it that way for security purposes. We don't want no crazy people out there, you know, and you know, we want people that's in the congregation, because what we have to learn how to do is secure these gatherings we're having. And the main thing is just, especially here in Florida, if everybody is trained to have the weapons on them and all that, and the more people you have with their weapons on them, and they know how to use a weapon safely and own a weapon in a safe way, and they know how it operates, then that we're more secure as a group. Then if you know how to secure any type of building, that's added benefit, you know. So like I said, we're going to do a training course on that, so that our brothers and sisters and the kids can be protected when we have these gatherings. Whether you're having it at a park, in a building, or whatever, you know how to secure that building and you know how to protect yourself. So we're going to be pushing that forward real hard here soon, because that's another big thing, because this wake up is accelerating. It's not just moving forward, it's accelerating faster, it's getting bigger, more people waking up all the time. I'm at my job where I'm on night shift. On top of that, I got Hebrew brothers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 4 Hebrew brothers, 5 including me. Yeah, that know this truth. You know, and one of them, we just woke up to the truth. And he was already, him and his wife, he said they just had this urge searching this thing out. They didn't know what they were searching for, but now they begin to realize this is what they were searching for. So, all praise. So this thing is going down, man. So, yeah, man. So, Shalom, Galtrail McKinney. He said, I'm glad we're here in South Florida. Showed you and all the Hebrews our respect for the nation. You showed up in numbers. Yeah, that's right, man. It was awesome. Yeah, there were a lot of people there, man. It was a lot of folks there. Yep. And we, like I said, man, we ain't name dropping, because that's the other thing. We try to keep this thing decentralized, but we look, we got brothers, we got know-how with weapon safety and security. I'll just put it to you like that. We got know-how with weapon safety and security. Don't get it twisted. We got resources we could tap. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Let me see. Y'all, hold on one sec. Go back over here. All right. Let's see. Spiritual comment. You said I won't make it to New Orleans this year, but can you live stream some of the event from New Orleans? Yeah. Morris asked me to, he put me on, he said, I want you to do the whole event, live stream the whole thing. So I'm going to do the event coverage on the whole event. So yeah, you will absolutely get to see it. Michael Israel will be on the scene, boots on the ground. So yeah, absolutely. All right, so yeah, I'll definitely be there for the event. You'll definitely get the full event coverage. All right, hold on, let me see. Let me get this thing going here. All right, you definitely get the full event coverage of that whole event. You know, Yah willing. And what I've been trying to do with my mobile live streaming, and that's one of the services I do offer, is event coverage and live event coverage. So I could, and I've perfected my setup to be very reliable, you know, and I'm always trying to improve it, because it can be very difficult to live stream an event, believe it or not, man. Some people found that out this weekend. Yep. All right, hold on one sec, y'all. Y'all bear with me on this. Just making sure this thing is up to date. All right. So yeah, man, but it was definitely an awesome event, man, and I enjoyed meeting all them brothers out there. Boy, that day too, man, it's like I didn't get that much sleep and woke up, kind of had a headache, and then the headache just got worse throughout the day, but you just push through it, because it's like, and that's why I stress for people to come out to these events if they're in your region, not in your city, not in your state. If they're in your region, come out there. There were people at the event from like Alabama, from New Jersey, and everywhere in between, man, because they knew. They knew. What was that, baby?
Mississippi, Savannah.
Yeah, she said Mississippi, Savannah, name it, you know. Ron Shields, he drove all the way down. Aquite came from Vegas because he wanted to meet Ron, and man, it was awesome. It was a great event. And like I said, one of the things I said, people we don't have the doctrine all the way down, and I don't care how much certain people say, oh, well, we do. We don't have it all the way down. Even Badadiah was saying there's still a lot more information coming out. And Badadiah is heavy on that Spanish Inquisition. He said, man, there's a lot of stuff coming out. Look, there was a brother there. This brother's calling was going to, he go to used bookstores, to garage sales. Listen to this. This is heavy. In the Florida area, in these rich cities. So he go to garage sales and used bookstores in what? In Fort Lauderdale, in Miami, in South Beach, and stuff like that. Why would he go to those? Because that's where the Jews are at. And he was getting these books that were hundreds of dollars for like $3. And this brother, and I got it documented, I'm gonna put it on the video, man, this brother got books that nobody ever seen. And that's his calling. He loves doing it. He go to these used bookstores and other places in these areas where all these Jews live at. And when they croak and die, they just throw all the stuff in the used bookstores or wherever, and he right there getting it. And this brother had some amazing information, man. And he was giving books. He gave Ron a bunch of books. He was giving the books out, you know, because he knew. And that was his calling in the body. So it was amazing, man. He had a map. Man, it's just an exciting time, man. This thing is going down, man. And wait until you see, because I documented, like, when he opened the books, I got the names and the publisher page with all that information on it, so that other people could go get this information. Because that's me, information dissemination to build our nation. So I'm disseminating this thing. So yeah, as soon as I get home, I'm gonna put that up. And man, that brother was on point. Because we call Ron Dalton the Hebrew Encyclopedia. Well, we call this brother the Hebrew Library. So wait until you see him, man. He's an awesome brother, man. And Most High got him positioned right down there in South Florida where all them rich Jewish people are at, with all them historic books, and he right there catching them all praises. So that's good, man. It's good. It's awesome. Yep. So yeah, man, it was definitely an awesome event. And like me, I'm out there on a fellowship basis, you know, with the fellowship. So it was an awesome event with the connections that were made. And all right, hold on one sec. Pull this back up. All right, here you go. Yeah, and I'm be getting off here soon because we are we're gonna be pulling over to eat, and then I got kingdom business. I got a bunch of people I gotta talk to, reach out to, see what's going on. Yeah, so, but anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in, checking this out. And like I said, coming in the coming here going forward, you know, I'll be a lot more involved. Y'all are gonna hear a lot more of what's going on, and keep y'all tied in on what's going on and what Michael Israel's doing, because that's basically all I'm doing is just getting the word out about what's going on. You know, I can't be a Badadiah or a Ron Dalton, all that. I could be a tech savvy Michael Israel, you know what I'm saying, and use that to get this information out. And like I said, there's still a lot of with doctrine and all that. There's still a lot of division with the understanding and all that, but we can't let that keep us divided. We can't act like because somebody got some other type of understanding or belief about this word, and we treat them worse than the other nations. You see what I'm saying? Well, he believed that, So I ain't buying that from him. I'd rather go to Walmart and give it to the Walton family. You know what I'm saying? We can't be like that. We gotta be kingdom minded. So yeah, so the Light, that's the Light magazine. I see she just sent me a message. Because if I could get home in time, I want to have her on. Let me see what you're saying on here. Okay, 7:30 to 8. Today's the 31st?
Yes, it is.
Did you put the heat on in here?
No, I just turned the air off.
Well, nah, I need it on.
Oh.
Yeah, we still in the southern part of Florida. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get her on tonight if we get home in time. The Light magazine. Like I said, hey sister, if you watching, put your phone number in there too, if you didn't already. So yeah, but the work continues. You know, I think I'm gonna spend tomorrow. I'm gonna definitely sleep in. I'm gonna get some serious rest. You see what I'm saying? As you could tell, the beauty sleep is needed because the ugliness is coming up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But it was an awesome event. I'm getting ready to check in with my brews over there in Orlando to see the way they Shabbat went. Cause Orlando, man, that little thing I did down there wasn't nothing. You know, that little Shabbat I did in Orlando, they got a daggone mega congregation down there now. So that thing is shaking heavy and moving forward. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, man. Anyway, with that said, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this up. I should be going live tonight if everything works out. With it's a Hebrew magazine. It's called the Light magazine. So I should be doing a live with that this evening. Look for that to come on, and also look for that magazine on the Brew link also, because they're registered on there under the magazine category. But anyway, yeah, with that said, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this broadcast up. Appreciate y'all tuning in. If this was a blessing to you, if you're on YouTube, definitely hit the like button on YouTube. Also subscribe, hit that subscribe button and the bell, the notification bell, because I always go live. I almost never upload videos. So definitely hit that bell on there. Also if you're on Facebook, hit the like button and share this. If this is informative, definitely share it and subscribe to my channel. And with that said, y'all, shalom.